the beans like we used to do. Pass the beans. Pass the beans like we used to do. Pass the beans.
Pass the beans.
Pass the beans.
Pass the beans.
Pass the beans. The Beans Talk. All right, everybody. Hello. It is the Beans Talk. It's the Beans Talk. It's the Beans Talk. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be back.
I know. I'm so excited. I missed you guys.
Yeah, man.
We saw each other, all summer, but yeah, I missed you.
But we missed our people. We missed our fans.
Yeah, we missed the listeners for sure.
I missed you guys too. But,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I don't feel like we spent that much time together, but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're coming back at you guys, new and improved, getting better, getting bigger, hopefully. But yeah, there are going to be a couple of changes here, you know what I mean? And we're doing a little bit of a shift, and I'm really excited about it. The shift was inspired by Nipsey Hussle. Unfortunately,
rest in peace, Papa.
Yeah,
rest in peace, Nipsey.
Unfortunately, it was his passing that really brought this inspiration on. But it was a man that was pretty much doing like some really great things inside of the community that was pioneering a shift. You know what I mean? And so I wanted to make sure that this podcast was really reflecting a mission that I wanted to pursue, and that's to make sure that we are impacting the community and representing the culture and in society
At all times
and discussing that, you know what I mean, and coming from the perspective of 4 Black educators. And so I want to make sure that we're emphasizing that and really taking time to reflect on that and unpack conversations surrounding those topics and and bringing our listeners in on those kind of conversations. And so I'm really excited about the change, you know what I mean? I'm so excited.
We need space for us.
Yeah.
We need space for us. So it's exciting.
Yeah, I like that. We definitely need a space for us, 4 Black educators. 4 Black educators. Right?
That's right.
Y'all heard that pun.
But yeah, so we took a little bit of a lag, a little bit of a break for us to kind of really hone in and make these kind of changes. And so again, we're back and we're excited. But there were some things I'm sure that happened over this break and some changes that I think a lot of our listeners would love to tune into and get a feel of.
For real.
Updates.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, well, I'll start.
Please.
I'm really glad that we took that break. I know for me, June is like the end of the school year, and I just needed to kind of regroup and gather my bearings. And so over the summer, I went to Germany. I went to Berlin. It was a 4-week vacation. Had a great time. I actually have a sister that lives in Wiesbaden. It's a Wiesbaden. It's a part of Germany.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make that face.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not familiar either, but we learning.
Yeah, Wiesbaden is an army base. She lives there. She works for the American Red Cross. So I was there for 4 weeks, and I spent some time in Berlin. I went to Rudesheim. It's like an island, I don't know if it's an island, but it's like you have to catch a ferry to get there.
So it was beaches and
not beaches. Not beaches.
no word.
Beaches, beaches, beaches.
Oh my God.
There were those.
I'm really over you.
So wait, there were no beaches, no water.
No.
Okay.
No water. But you had to catch a ferry to get there. So I was there. We went to some jazz clubs. We had
nice.
some good food. I had schnitzel for the
What's
first
schnitzel?
time.
What is schnitzel?
You know that song, raindrops on roses and whispers on kittens.
We don't know that song.
What?
I'm familiar with that
music.
song. I'm familiar.
I don't know that song.
She says in the
I
song,
know that because my mom watched
She
it.
says in the song, schnitzel with noodles. I did not have mine with noodles. I had mine with potatoes.
Can you tell me
But
what it is?
It's like a patty, a fried cutlet. It's like a fried cutlet, but mine can't.
What's a cutlet? Is it chicken or?
I think it's pork.
So I'm
I think it's different types, but mine had a fried egg, bacon, onions, home fries. It smacked. It's like comfort food for Germany.
That's what's up.
That is.
So yeah, I did that, and yeah, I just had a great time. So I spent the bulk of my summer over there, and then I just been toiling away on this book. You know, my book that is coming. I'm telling you, it's coming soon. But
yes, we're waiting.
One thing that this process has showed me is that it's like to just appreciate the process, and man, like nothing comes easy, nothing comes fast. This process has humbled me in like really understanding like you have to work hard and make sure that your product, that the thing you're creating is on point.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at now, just really trying to make sure everything in the book is exactly how I want it to be said, and making sure that is dope. So
that's what's up. I'm excited
for it.
You've been working really hard on this book, like ever since I've known you. It's been like 4 years. It feels like so.
I should have wrote the first book I had, the Kama Sutra.
Don't get
Kama Sutra.
That should have been published first. It would have gone a lot faster, I bet.
I'm really over you.
I was about to say, don't get caught up in what shoulda, coulda, woulda, but now you're talking about Kama Sutra.
Yeah, he's so extra.
Have you ever seen a copy of the Kama Sutra?
I haven't.
With all the legs and arms that are like...
That's the sex position book, right?
Okay. Yeah, it is.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I have.
I've only seen like a couple of pages.
Yeah.
It's a big book.
I just seen the cover.
There's some positions that you can only dream of. Like you can't even fathom the positions that they come up with in that book.
Get a copy yet?
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm sure there's somebody out there that can do it.
Bro, because I know you're into that kind of stuff. So
You're so disrespectful.
You're so much.
Ain't no feelings hurt. It's okay.
You're so much.
I know myself.
Yeah,
he's disrespectful, and tell him he's disrespectful.
Nah, that's TJ for that ass. Oh man, I guess I'll jump in. This summer was good. Summer was good for me. I think as y'all know, but there were like a lot of things that happened in the summer. But I think one of my biggest takeaways from the summer is accepting that I am unlearning a lot of things that I've been taught. Like I'm really trying to uncondition my conditioning. Beautiful. Like that's really what this summer was a lot of for me, man. Like spending time really thinking about like, why is it that I do certain things? Is it because it's what Ro wants to do? Or is it because that's what mommy, sister, brother, auntie have been telling Ro to do? I know for me, one of the biggest things is that I've been challenging all the no's that I hear in my head. I question. I'm like, is that Ro saying no? Or is that, again, the people who have conditioned me saying no? And so just trying to step into the shit that I like to do. Yeah, man. Honestly, man. It took a while to get there. What's up, T?
Can you give an example of like a no that you question?
Yeah, always. One of the biggest no's that I've always questioned, as everyone knows, like I love music. And the yes that I've always gotten is to be a teacher. Like, yes, you should teach. Yes, you should do that. Yes, that should be your full-time job. And I've always shut up this idea of like really like diving into my love for music. And I think now in my life, like I really want to commit to that passion that's been shut up by everybody for a very long time.
Yeah.
DJ De La Ro.
Yo, De La Ro is emerging. It's happening. That happens
a lot though with music. Does. I feel like a lot of people don't think music.
Well, artistry, period.
There
artistry, period. Exactly.
Goes overlooked.
It really does, man. So I think I'm really stepping into my own, guys. Like I've been Ro, but now I think I am finally existing as Ro.
That's a beautiful
and like
thing,
really rocking with her. Like she's all right. Like she's the shit.
I'm so proud of you. I am. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, and definitely neglected this detail about you exploring modeling as well. Like I think you're diving into all of the wonderful artistic
things. To steps.
Yeah,
not a model.
We got a future model, y'all.
Book me. No, I'm kidding. I'll put it on my IG. I'll put it in my IG. I'm kidding.
No, she's not.
I'm really not.
Not
kidding. At your girl. But yeah, that's another thing, man. I did a fashion show not too long ago, and that was dope. Linking with photographers, taking pictures.
You look beautiful though, bro. You killed it.
Thanks, guys. Okay, this is awkward.
We totally happy you up.
Cut it out. This is my awkward face. But nah, man, just like really allowing myself to exist in this creativity, man, because I'm a really like creative ass person, and I just feel like again, just like culturally, Haitian parents and Haitian households tell you to shut that up.
Yeah, man.
So why is that though?
Parce qu'elle va faire
Culture, man. It's culture.
Like a ton of cultures. I feel like just creative endeavors are not seen as like a viable option.
Because you won't. I think
it's not just Haitian culture. I feel like it's in like Black culture
Word
too. Like there's a lot. I think of people of color and a lot of cultures linked to people of color. Artistry is suppressed a lot.
They really discourage it a lot. But that's just really what I'm getting into. Be on the lookout. De La Row is coming, y'all. She's
emerging.
Oh, she's emerging.
I thought we were
she's
calling
coming
her
to the
De La
surface.
What you think they were calling
You
me?
thought we were calling her what?
De La Ho.
No, no one agreed to that.
No one said that.
Last episode we said that.
No, you said that name and we all turned it down.
That was never said.
Yeah, that was scratched.
Yo, baby.
Once it came across the table.
All right, let's go.
You're so disrespectful.
You're
so disrespectful.
Definitely De La
Row.
She's emerging. She's definitely coming to the surface. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is a dope season, man.
I'm loving what I'm seeing.
And as always, I appreciate that like y'all have been rocking with the kid because I think you guys have seen a lot of the transformation, man.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, dope. Not many people have been able to see what y'all get to see, and so that's why I like that. Yo, I want to punch this kid in the face.
I didn't say anything.
You just started busting out laughing. Like, what are you doing?
I'm having a raw moment. I'm done speaking.
I'm having some thoughts.
Okay.
No, what are your thoughts?
Go ahead.
Inappropriate thoughts. I'm not going to say.
Okay. What? Transforming what? You think I'm becoming a man? Like, what is some dumb nonsense you're going to say?
Because you said that we've seen parts of you that.
Okay,
I'm okay.
I know, that's true. I was thinking, we all have.
You're so disrespectful.
Okay. He is. He ain't never changed. But it's just really dope to be able to go through this transformation with some people who I know really care a lot about me, man.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Absolutely.
Y'all are real ones for that.
Absolutely.
Real
Always. For sure.
Day ones.
For sure.
So I guess it's my turn.
Yes, it
to
is.
Give you guys some updates about my summer and what's been going on. So first thing, I know last season we were talking a lot about how I was unfulfilled in my job.
Raggedy ass job.
I know.
Raggedy job.
Raggedy ass. Yeah, she was beyond it. Like I was having some issues, but I am happy to say that I've transitioned from that role and I'm now in another role that I feel like I've been blessed 10 times over. So I'm working for the state now, which is really great in education. And I love the work that I'm doing. I love the fact that I'm able to have a lot more field engagement, not just in what I've been familiar with, but in across the state of Massachusetts. Like I'm meeting educators and I'm meeting people from all different areas of the state and learning a lot about myself and my abilities and tapping into my power and my ability to, connect and inspire and understand a larger arena than I was originally exposed to. And it's been great. It's been really humbling and it's been a position that's I think taking me out of my comfort zone a lot. Like I'm leading a lot of like huge conferences where I'm in the room with hundreds of people and I have really been pushed in ways in which I was not always comfortable with. And so I think that my exposure to this position has allowed me to conquer parts of myself in fear that I haven't really been able to do so before. I feel fulfilled. I feel like I'm doing something meaningful. So I am really happy, guys. I'm happy that I'm in this position and I'm able to kind of cultivate the type of love and learning that I wanted before that I wasn't able to have. So
that's what's up.
Man.
Growth is always a good thing.
It is. Growth is a good thing. I don't have those teacher summers no more though. That's out of the window. So I didn't really have much of a summer. I was working and getting acclimated to the new job. Trying to think about what other new things have been going on with me.
You went to Carnival.
Oh yes, we did.
Yes. Caravana.
We did go to Caravana. So I participated in Caravana. We did Moss for the first time.
Yeah, I mean,
and
what is that?
Mas.
It's when you dress up in the costumes and you're a part of the big parade. And so...
A salacious costume. I think that should be said as well.
Salacious?
Yes.
I'm over you, man.
So you liked my costume.
It was nice. It was a very nice costume.
Y'all looked real nice.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Talk to me nice.
Oh.
Yeah, talk to me nice. It was a good time, though. It was the first time we actually drove to Canada, which was an experience. And it was interesting, like crossing the border and like being able to see Canada from a driving standpoint. Fabiola hates driving. So
she's always driving.
Yeah.
I'm always the driver.
She's always the driver, and I'm always sitting and taking selfies. That's my part.
Hey, you know yourself, friend.
Yeah,
you know yourself.
Hey, we just got to stick to what we know, you know? But it was, so we did do that. We did Carabana. We also took a trip to Miami, which was great.
Yeah,
I had a chance to go home and see my family as well.
Yeah, man.
My dad, I don't know if I told you about my dad last season, but you guys know he had a stroke back in 2009, and so he's been disabled, and so it's been hard being away from him in that sense, and so being able to go back and see the progress he's made and just see the happiness and joy on his face. He's been having like some hard times more recently, and my mom had also been having some hard times, but just being able to like go home and like cultivate that love and happiness was good. Got a chance to visit North Kakalaki, and we went to Miami where we were complete sluts. Amongst ourselves.
I love it. And you should be with your person is who you should be a slut with.
Yeah.
You were sluts amongst yourselves?
Yeah, exactly. When you're on vacation.
Do you need further defining? I don't understand.
Yeah. You know his ass too.
A slut innately means other people. I mean, it just is.
Yeah, I understand. We're not going to break down the terminology of what I said. I said what I said. We had a great time just reconnecting in our relationship and just having a wonderful time inside Miami, and that's what happened.
Well, I'm clarifying for our viewers in case
we don't need to clarify for our audience. They know what we said.
Okay, because she said what she said.
Right.
Yeah, we don't need to further define.
Yeah, but anywho, we had a great time in Miami. I also just celebrated a birthday recently.
Yes, you did.
That was lit.
My birthday was October 15th, and it was different. Like, we had ourselves a grown and sexy experience. We were at
that's what we are now.
Yeah, grown and sexy.
We're grown and sexy at this
I celebrated my 29th birthday. I finally got a chance to check out the new Encore Casino, which was nice. And we had this bomb-ass suite.
It is. It was really
that was nice.
Bomb-ass suite. And it just felt like grown and sexy. I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I am like emerging into like grown people stuff.
But she's still twerking. Don't get it twisted.
I'm still twerking.
Twerking is timeless, though. You know what I mean?
That's
no
right, babe.
I like that. I like that.
You're so nice. Yeah.
This is what I don't know if I could sit.
Yes. She can't be sitting next to me.
I love it. I think it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. But
Don't
you know,
up.
I feel like most of my 20s was really built in the fact like you're figuring things out. You're figuring out what adulting means, and you are in this space in the middle. Like, I'm trying to emerge from like my old late teenage college self and learning like what it really means to like transition into this space of adulthood, and like I feel like I'm getting there. Like, I'm starting to pay more attention to like my finances and like my credit and like future goals and positioning myself to reach places that I feel like I only dreamed about.
You better say that, Pastor.
And so I feel like I'm in this great transition of life of where I feel like I think I'm starting to get adulting down, you know? There's still like gaps in it, but adulting isn't so scary anymore. And so I'm really excited about what my 30s gonna look like. That's way lit. Because we lit. Yeah. So it's been good. It's been a great growing experience. A lot of transitions have happened in my life, and I'm so glad to have my Beam fam there along the way, encouraging me and showing love. So
always.
yeah.
things like we used to do.
Has to be.
There it is. That's what
I had to do that. All right.
Oh man,
let's hear from you, shorty.
I know.
What it do, baby?
Lola B. Fab
it's my turn. Man, oh man, the summer.
Yes,
I never really had a summer, but I work inside of like a educational organization.
I think you're the only person who gets summers off.
Yeah, you're the only person that gets summers off. None of us get summers off.
Because I'm the only teacher here. No, I'm joking.
No, you're the only class.
We're all in education.
Yes, I know.
You're the only classroom.
You off gallivanting in Berlin. You forgot.
I know. Right?
You're the only classroom teacher here for sure. But yeah, so I didn't really have like any summers off, but my time during the summer was great. You know, it did start off with Miami and Charlotte with Steph, and that was so good. It was relaxing. It was like we got the summer going, you know what I mean? The Miami heat.
It was hot.
It was definitely hot in Miami.
It was hot in Europe too.
It was burning up. It really was. But that's that.
I wasn't talking about that type of hot. It was hot in Miami, y'all.
Excuse me.
So I'm gonna go ahead and revert back to my summer.
I said what I said.
Stand by
now
that.
My summer was amazing. It was a really good time. And it was also very transitional for me. It was very, very transitional for me. And I'm going to get vulnerable here. So hold your jokes, Terrence.
There's no jokes here. All right. Yes. Be vulnerable.
All right. So during the summer, I think it clicked for me where it was like I was doing a lot of things that really appeased other people. I felt like I was trying to just please everyone else as opposed to myself, and I never really got a chance to like tap into me, you know what I mean, and who I was. And I started to recognize more and more how much of a creative I am, and you know what I mean, and like to create and I don't know, bring things that are in my mind and bring it out, which is part of the reason why I actually started the podcast.
Yeah.
And it's like, and now, you know, Steph actually pushed me recently to purchase an easel as well. So now it's like I'm getting a chance to like put that down on a canvas. Wow. And
that's dope. I didn't know you bought an easel.
It was really, really
I had
easy.
to force her.
She forced me to do that.
Do a paint night.
I'd be more than down to do a paint night.
It was nice.
But yeah, so and really what stemmed from this was like a moment by myself. I went into my closet. Like literally went into my closet and I just sat there and I was listening to meditative music. I don't know why, and I think the reason why was because I felt like I had so much going on in my mind, and there was like this blockade of like me really being able to access a certain part of who I was, and I wasn't able to access that because there was this wall that was keeping me from doing that. So I literally laid there. My closet was a hot mess, by the way.
But she was laying on laundry bags. I was like, "Where is
Steph stepped over? I was like, "Where's what are you doing?"
She was literally like,
"You needed to do
like
that."
Seriously, in my closet. I mean, my legs are halfway out of my closet, and the rest of my body is like halfway in. I'm just laying there, and I just am playing like meditative music. And for some reason, I felt embarrassed even for Steph to come over and see that. And I'm like, why? Even in that moment, I questioned like, why am I feeling embarrassed? Like I'm accessing more of me and who I am. And so it was like, it was honestly, it was probably the most transformative moment in my entire life. And so now it was like, spiritually things have changed, and how I'm dealing with certain situations, the knowledge that I'm starting to allow enter into my mind is different. You know, I'm not just like I listen to music differently. I take in aspects or visual art differently. I take in I've been listening to a lot more audiobooks surrounding like self-development and like you know, going beyond what has been presented to me inside of society. You know what I mean? And that itself has really been amazing. And there have been opportunities for me to, you know, network, share that with other people. And I feel like I'm able to be kinder, spreading more love, which is what I've always felt like I needed to do.
That's
but I've
always
never
been
actually,
your platform.
It's always been my platform, but actually presenting myself as love has been, a journey in itself. And so that's shifting, that's changing. But again, Ro, like, I think you pointed this out, and it's like, Fabs is and I changed the name Lola B to Fabs, because I'm like, why am I putting on a different identity? I think I've done that enough.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I've done that enough, like, for almost 30 years. You know what I mean? I'm about to be 30 in January.
You're old as hell, yeah.
No, if she's old, I'm old.
Yeah,
so.
baby, you've been ancient. Yeah, yeah.
You got jokes.
Yo, that nonchalant face though, like, so matter of fact, like, we just ancient. Yeah, that's cool. But you know what? I've actually been paying more attention to what's been ancient anyway, and that's been amazing. It's been enlightening too. It's like, I'm really going beyond what's just simply presented in front of me.
Yeah, man.
And that also means myself. Like, I'm not just looking in the mirror and defining that as Fabs. I'm looking in the mirror and looking into myself. I'm starting to look into my own soul and allow that to develop.
Y'all, I'm so proud of her. I'm sitting over here getting emotional because I mean,
honey.
Yeah.
what?
A beheading?
No, she said of the Henny. So y'all, I had a swig of Henny.
It was more than a swig.
It was a swig of Henny. But I've seen the way in which she's transitioned herself, and I'm so proud of her. Just where I've watched her come from, and the need for her to have validation from other people, and like the concern and worry about what other people were thinking, and seeing her make this transition into her full capacity has been, I think, the best thing ever.
It really has. Overall in all aspects, like in every relationship, including ours, and friendships,
and ours,
down and ours, of course, and ours.
I feel left out.
Don't touch me. I'm still holding on to Steph.
It's a beautiful thing.
Let it go.
But yeah, I'm just recognizing so many changes, even down to the point, like when I'm driving, like I'm not tripping as much. Like, my road rage has decreased significantly because I'm realizing there's so many other people inside of their own lives in their cars, literally driving with this level of agitation. It's been a beautiful thing, and I think the transition is really reflective on the change inside of this podcast and how the mission has changed itself too. So, and I'm excited for each of our journeys individually, walking together at the same time. But at any rate, I'm super excited. We definitely are coming back full force, and we're going to be bringing on some new voices.
Yes,
you'll be seeing some new faces.
Yes,
and hearing some new things, and so it's going to be pretty dope. And I think and hope that you guys all enjoy that. Really quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a word of the day. There's gonna be a segment for the show. Word of the day.
Is this replacing my magic beans? Because that's what it sounds like, right?
It's gonna be a lot like the magic beans in some degree. But word of the day, much like how education is, you get a chance to learn something new. And it could be a word, it could be a phrase, it could be a quote. And since this shift and this change was truly solidified and inspired by Nipsey Hussle, I think that it was only right to bring in a quote from Nipsey Hussle. And the quote that I have is, if you look at the people in your circle and don't get inspired, then you don't have a circle, you have a cage.
Ooh. Say it again.
And that is what I'm saying, though.
And I think I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. And I feel like inside of this time, I think even now, like, we've been having family nights and stuff like that. And
yo, shout outs to the fam, though.
Shout outs to the fam.
Surround yourself with the right people at the end of the day, because otherwise you are just trapping yourself. And recognize that when you surround yourself with the right people, you allow yourself to become more free. And I got a chance to surround myself with people that really allowed me to emerge. You know what I mean? And it was a beautiful thing. And that includes family night, that includes the beans, and that includes a lot of other people that I've been getting a chance to network with. And
I like that.
I hope you guys are, getting the same experience. And I hope all of our listeners and viewers are getting a chance to go through that experience too. And if you're not,
uncage yourself.
You're tuning in, so that way you do get a chance to uncage yourself.
I like that.
It is. Uncage yourself, man. Life is too short. Maybe that should be the name of this episode.
Life's too short.
No, uncage yourself.
Say that.
Life is too short, but uncage yourself.
Uncage
we have
yourself.
so many opportunities to be surrounded by people who are inspirational, that have so much access to knowledge and to teach you something that you've never known. And when you surround yourself around like-minded people all the time, it is a cage.
Yeah.
You got to really
bloqueo. I'm just thinking back to that the blockade. But a lot of times, like, it's us and the people that we allow in our cage that's really blocking us, man.
It is.
Ooh,
you gotta free yourself from that. You gotta see it.
You shake it.
Yo, I got goosebumps, man.
That in itself, if you think about in the sense of a butterfly and a caterpillar, you know what I mean? That's in a cocoon. You can imagine those people as your cocoon, as literally entrapping.
That's going to help you.
And allow yourself to shake it off once you shed all of that.
Metamorphosis. I'm not good at science, but isn't that metamorphosis?
Yeah. I also think you should be conscious of like having people around you that you just are trying to use. Because like I think there's a fine line between surrounding yourself with positive people and people that inspire you, but then there's people that want to use you and suck your energy dry because of,
that's
like,
very true.
It's like finding a balance of like in knowing when people are around you solely to feed off of you, which can be tricky.
Then add value.
And that's like that can be hard.
And there's a caveat, to that is like if you recognize that, you recognize that and you grow strong enough in that recognition, then you're able to turn the tables. Where it's like, they might be trying to do something, but you recognize that. But at the end of the day, it's really important for other people to learn from you. And so you don't want to necessarily always cut people off just because you feel like they are using you. You recognize that they're using you, but you are the person and the owner of being able to provide them with whatever it is that you yourself want to give them. You don't have to give them every single last bit of you. So even if they think that they're able to use you, use that knowledge to be like, you know what, here's what I'm actually going to actually give you.
I think the way I gauge if someone, like, to me, like the people I'm surrounding myself with, I should feel filled up at some degree.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely.
If I don't feel filled up, but then
deuces,
I feel drained.
Yeah. I mean, there's always associates, you know what I mean? There's associates and then there's family, you know what I mean? It's associates and then there's family. So we're just going to keep that in mind and stuff like that as we take this episode with us. I hope our listeners are able to expand.
Homework, guys. This is also a new segment that we're calling What You Need to Do. And that is always show love to the Beanstalk fam. If you are not already following us, please follow us on Instagram at the Beanstalk Podcast. We are also expanding the ways in which you have access to us. So we are transitioning from not just being on SoundCloud, but to all major platforms. So please look up the Beanstalk Podcast on all of these platforms, one including YouTube, so you can see how we get down with the get down.
Yes.
Okay? Get down with the get down.
Oh my gosh. She said it again.
During our recordings, so you can see how we act up. But please, we really appreciate the love that you've always shown us, the support you've always shown us, and we want to make sure that we are bringing you the Beanstalk on a variety of platforms. And so your homework is to always show love on everything for us. We love you guys.
All right, you guys. That was the first episode of the second season of the Beanstalk. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and we're coming back bigger, better than ever, new and improved. Let's do this.
Should we remind people of our handles?
We can. You can do that. I'm Fabs. You can find me on Instagram. It's changed. Fabs now. You can find me on Instagram at Earth2 Fabs.
Yes.
Earth 2 Fabs.
Love it.
Nice.
I know that's new. You guys see what she did there
as well.
What?
It's new. That wasn't her handle last season.
No.
Gosh,
she's completely transformed. She's a butterfly.
Yeah, man.
You guys can still find me at the same place. Okay.
Ain't nothing changed.
On Instagram _ Steffi's World. Follow me. Show me love. Say hey. Holla holla.
Yes. And similar to Steph, man, I'm still the same on the gram. It's still _Augustin.
Augustin.
No, let's not bring that back. We're not going to bring that.
Certain things got to stay in the past, bruh.
Yeah.
I am TJ. You can find me on Instagram at redrum4783.
Yep.
Hit me, follow me, and you can keep updated on my book at terrencejefferson.com.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Excellent, man.
That's the Bean Talks, y'all.
Yeah.
Have a good
Deuces.
day, y'all.
Bye.
Enjoy your time.
Welcome back.
Word.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.